ICE had a raid yesterday in Massachusetts, and let me tell you, this was the worst shit I've ever seen in my entire life. ICE comes to the front door of this Brazilian descent family of Brazilian descent. So they get there, and when they're asked, hey, where's your warrant? They refuse to acknowledge. They're just whatever, we need to go in. You know, doing their ICE shit. And apparently, things start getting out of whack because the neighbors come out and they form a ring around the ICE officer so they can't get out. So they're like, hey, let's call the police because we need, there's some peace. There's ICE officers who don't have a warrant. Things are going to get bad. Oh, they got worse than bad when the police got there.
What's the police know that?
There is no warrant.
Y seguimos pidiéndole que nos las enseñaran y nadie
At some point, the girl I showed you guys in the video actually ends up running. They tackled her. And she, they put her head to the ground. She's 16, by the way. They grabbed the little girl in the sweater vest. They end up detaining this 16-year-old girl, her mom, another relative, and their newborn baby. And because this girl was holding her newborn baby and was running away from the cops, and I guess she stepped in front of the cop car, they're charging her for child endangerment.
So this is a woman who is a foreigner in Massachusetts, and ICE raids are happening, and this is how she was treated. Wow. For a moment, people thought ICE raids have stopped on immigrants, that now they are taking Americans. But looks like it just got bad. Actually, the reality is, people were saying that if you look up on the ICE website, they are even hiring more people in Massachusetts to deport by force whoever they want. The way they shoved that woman and her child, literally showing her, you don't belong here, the kids can stay. What you gotta say about this? See, I know a lot of black people, they done warning some other people of color that, hey, when these people start turning their backs on you, it's not gonna be good. But yo, this is scary. Me watching the videos, I got scared because I was like, it is this brutal? What?
I don't care what your political views are, but search up ICE raid in Worcester and watch the bottom left-hand corner, the girl in the yellow shirt. I understand that she was interfering with police activity, but watch what that police officer does to her, the way he shoves her. And these people are tearing these... As much as I agree with deporting illegal immigrants, it is really hard to watch the ICE pulling people's sons, husbands, wives, girlfriends, mothers, fathers away from them on the street like that. It's really heartbreaking. And I just can't shake the image of the way that cop shoved that woman like she was such a threat to him. She's like 5'4".
This is for all my people who live in the Worcester, Mass area and saw the video that came out yesterday about the ICE raid. I need y'all to really listen here. If you were to look up public job postings for ICE, they are hiring these people by the multiples in our area. I'm not describing anywhere else besides the New England area, hiring by the multiples for more people to work for ICE. I need y'all to understand that yesterday's video was very scary and very realistic, but it is only the first of many ICE raids that are going to be happening, especially in the Massachusetts area, but in New England. They are hiring ICE people, ICE workers, whatever, by the multiples. You guys need to pay attention a little more on the outside of what's happening, because while yesterday's raid was very scary and the community came together for that lady that was getting arrested or detained, whatever, you need to realize this is going to be happening more frequently if they just keep hiring these people Like, it's insane. Please pay attention and be careful.
She was holding a newborn baby, her newborn baby. The ICE agents were asked to show an ID or identify themselves. They said, "We don't have to show you anything." I heard that her other daughter came out trying to protect her mother, and they slammed her to the ground.
Today's my last day right here in the United States. After 20 years. It's done.
That's a different case. It's from Los Angeles. Guy's lived here for 20 years. Works in a Michelin-star restaurant. Started his own business. Got married. And now he's leaving because of the fear of ending up in El Salvador. A very real fear. You probably read a book about 1930s Germany, or maybe you took a class in high school about it. You see, when you read a book, or it's part of your class, it's quick. Everything that happened in 1930s Germany happens inside of the course of that 200-page book, or those 2 days in class. But the reality of 1930s Germany and every other fascist occupation throughout history is, it's not that fast in real life. As you're watching it happen, your brain doesn't want to admit what you're seeing. History will break this down very quickly when our grandchildren are learning about this in history class. It'll be bullet points on the timeline. When their grandchildren are reading books about it, it'll be a 200-page summary. And they're all going to be like, why did nobody step in when ICE agents were in Massachusetts dragging this mother away while holding her newborn child? Why did nobody stop them after they sent 200 people to a El Salvadoran prison? When people are self-deporting just to avoid being drug off to a gulag, why did nobody step up? It's because people still are refusing to admit what their eyes are seeing. The effects of all this are going to be very real very soon. Empty ports, trucks without shipments, migrants being kicked out. Migrants, by the way, are the backbone of our economy. So maybe now you're not feeling the immediate effect of what's happening.